You arrive at a customer's home and the customer indicates she's having a problem with her gas range. She says that the right front burner will not light. You verify the problem by turning the right front burner on and notice there is no spark at the burner, but the rest of the igniters are sparking. That's because when one cooktop igniter sparks, they all spark. Looking at the wiring diagram, you see how all the spark switches are on the same circuit? And when any of the switches are closed, it provides 120 volts AC circuit to the spark module. The spark module sends out an electrical pulse looking for a ground path. Each one of the igniters supply that ground path at the burners. Also on the diagram, you can see two connection points for the igniter switches. These switches are serviced as an assembly. When one goes bad, you replace them all. The quick disconnect for the igniter switches is at the back of the range. Unplug range or disconnect power. You will need to remove 4 Phillips head screws and remove the rear control panel cover. The igniter switch's black wire and red wire harness comes into the access area from the left side. With an ohm meter, check across the wires for continuity when each burner knob, one at a time, is turned to the light position. So the igniter switch is all tested good, and we know the DSI board is good because the other burners were sparking. So what would cause this igniter not to spark? The igniter, or possibly the wiring harness between the igniter and the DSI board. Let's remove the cooktop. Take off the grates, burner cap. Oops, look at that. The burner cap is not sitting on the burner correctly. Don't tell me. Let's reposition it and try again. Plug in range or reconnect power. Turn on the burner. There's my spark, but it's not lighting. I better check for gas flow. Turn on another burner and see if the burner lights. It does. Good. Turn on the right front burner again. There's my spark, but no gas flow. Gas is flowing to all the other burners, but not the right front. Must be a bad gas valve. We'll have to change it. Unplug the power cord or disconnect power. Turn off the gas supply. Remove all control knobs from the front console. Open the oven door. Locate and remove 3 console screws under the console, 1 on each end and 1 in the middle. Remove the console. Remove the igniter switches. We will need to remove the cooktop to remove the valve from the manifold pipe. Remove all 4 burner grates. Remove all burner caps. Remove 8 screws, 2 from each burner head. Remove 2 Phillips head screws from underneath the front of the cooktop. Lift cooktop off and place it aside. With a 1/2-inch open-end wrench, remove the gas line from the valve. With a 1/4-inch nut driver, remove the top screw from the manifold pipe. Remove the valve from the bottom of the manifold pipe. Make sure the gasket is in place on the bottom of the manifold pipe when replacing the valve. Let's take a look at replacing a burner base while we have the cooktop off. Remove 1 screw from the burner base to release the igniter. Disconnect the igniter wire from the igniter. Watch closely, the terminal has a locking tab that must be pressed when removing the connection from the igniter. Remove the igniter. With a 1/2-inch open-end wrench, remove the gas line from the valve. With a 5/8-inch open-end wrench, remove the gas tube from the burner base.